All right, everybody. So, welcome back once again. Last session, you all continued your delve into the Dungeon of the Dead 3, encountering several cultists, including a few very powerful ones, a couple of the more deadly of opponents that you faced in there. You also found an unexpected ally in Mortlock Vanthamper, the youngest son of Thalamra Vanthamper, seemingly pulled into the machinations of his family more or less against his will, and now his brothers having turned on him, having the cultists attempt to murder him, he pledged himself to your cause, promising to do whatever he could to rectify the mistakes that he had made and the damage that he had done while trying to prove his worth to his brothers and, of course, his mother, a goal that Mortlock Vanthamper now sees as ultimately useless. So, you all finished off what was left of the cultists, at least those that were inside of the dungeon at the time, and defeated Vaz, one of the cultists of Baal, the god of murder, who had seemingly successfully completed the ritual they were all striving towards of removing all of the flesh from their face. He had communed with his dark gods and proved to be rather indestructible until, of course, you all realized the source of his power toppled his idols and the true battle began. You all were able to pretty effectively shut him down and defeat him without too much cost to yourselves once you figured out his weaknesses. But yeah, it is directly after that confrontation where we pick up today. You are still in the Dungeon of the Dead 3, still in the Covenant room in that ritual chamber. So we'll go ahead and drop you all here.
I think we start searching the room.
Yeah, Winnie's gonna... You first.
Bucky, there is a passage there. Now that you're on the other side of it, you can see that if you were to push the stone, it would allow you back into the main chamber.
Oh. Is this a real weapon on it? Like
The
something
spear.
we can take?
Yes, the spear that was in the clutches of Bane, the god of tyranny. Yes, that is a real spear. It is a blood red spear. Seems the wood itself has been dyed that deep crimson color. Even the spearhead seems stained with that red.
Are you sure you want to be carrying that around?
It'd be magical.
It's also evil.
Well, we can cast Dark Magic and see what's up.
I mean, here's the thing. She's been burning Sune's, like, emblem into everything anyway, so what's one more goodie?
I suppose, yeah.
Taking it. Oh, fuck shit up.
Winnie wants to see if there's anything on Vol that she can take to prove his death to Zold.
Okay. So
good idea.
Vaz carries his daggers. He carries a pair of them as opposed to just one, as most of the others did. He does carry a rose on him. It appears to be made of glass.
Like a flower?
Yeah, a glass rose. It was in a pouch
Curious.
tucked away at his side.
I'm gonna hold it in between my fingers. Varys, Anna, are you able to detect anything on this? Quite
It'll take about
curious.
10 minutes, but yeah.
Yeah, we can do that.
I can go ahead and do it. Ferris kind of goes and sits down over by the wall with the the spear, and he starts ritual casting detect magic.
Okay. So during the 10 minutes that takes to do, what are the rest of you doing?
That was all I can get off Vol. What was the name?
Vase.
Vase, sorry. Vase,
Okay.
right? Just the 2 daggers and glass rose.
A glass rose.
I'll put the glass rose next to Ferris while he's detect magic on the spear to go back and grab later.
Doing another rose.
I have a question for the DM.
Mm-hmm. What's up?
Does Voss have his ears still?
No. It's just a skull.
Okay, so even if we tried to literally take his ears.
It's okay, I already have remember, I grabbed a cultist ear. I have it still in my inventory.
I mean, presumably it's somewhere, right?
Well,
just was curious.
I do have a cultist ear to also give to Zolj, so don't worry.
I would also recommend that us possibly collect the monetary stuff that they'd collected to see if it'd be possible to use that to help bribe the city officials into letting the refugees from El Terrell into the city.
Most definitely.
Mm-hmm. I was about to say, I'm going to be poking through these supplies here just to see what there is, get a sense of where it might have been going.
Okay.
There is also the fact that we might need some to further equip ourselves in case there's any further, in case this wasn't the only cell of this cult.
That's what I'm kind of wondering is where these supplies are going and what's in all these crates.
Yeah.
Like a manifest or something.
Is it possible that our new friend was this money going to your mother or your brothers?
So Mortlock would respond to that, and he would say this money was meant to pay the Dead Three for their services to his family. You may do with it what you wish.
Do you know if they're based anywhere else, Mortlock, besides under here? Or is this their main base of operations?
He would say that this is their main base of operations, although, judging by what you've told him, this is certainly not all of them.
Would your mother know where they are?
He would say that it's unlikely. They're likely decentralized at this point. If they do discover what you've all done here, they'd likely have to find a new place to operate from. And he would say that forgiveness is not one of their tenets.
Murloc, are you able to get us into the upper city? There's someone there we need to speak to.
He says that under normal circumstances, yes, he would be able to. However, with the hit that his brothers have obviously put out on him, he is likely going to need to lay low and try to get out of the city as quickly as he can. His brothers have impressive resources.
Outside of the Dead Three?
He nods once slowly.
Does he know of any way to get up there other than the main gates?
He says that you usually have to have a special permission either from the Flaming Fist or you have to know somebody.
I'm gonna give Ferris a look. Flaming fists.
We have both those things.
After doing this, I feel like we can kind of name our price.
Yeah, we can name our prize with the Flaming Fist, and we also have Clem Joso that we saved first, that we sent back up.
Clem, I mean, I'm not going to rely on Clem all that much. He seemed a bit of a turd.
That could be plan B. But
yeah,
I feel like
definitely plan B.
after this, getting into the city shouldn't be a big ask.
Excellent.
Like, we just wiped out a cult that was
we're heroes.
murdering people in the streets.
Ferris is just doing his thing, detecting magic.
Do either one of the other 2 statues have weapons, and if so, what are they?
The other 2 statues, one of them is weaponless, the other does carry one of those curved daggers.
Does it look any different, any special compared to the other ones?
Can make an investigation check if you'd like. Okay, it appears to be about the same as the others.
Okay. Since Ferris is detecting magic, if it's something special, it should pop up. Winnie's gonna go and help Bucky.
I was gonna say, so in here, is it mostly just money and weapons and things?
You can
I
certainly
think
go and
the
investigate
money
those
was
chests
down
if
here
you'd
to the
like.
south.
Yeah. Just pop open a box or
Uh,
two and sort of see what's here.
Okay.
I also think the money. Yeah. I think the money was down here in the southern area.
Yes, many a chest down there. Okay, stand
That's
by.
what I was trying to remember.
Here we go. Okay, so in those chests, everybody, give me just 1 second. I will give you the list.
I'm ready.
Boy.
Yeah, it's quite a bit. As you can see, there are several chests down there.
Show me
Here
the
we go.
money.
At this point, Ferris, your detect magic would be complete, and you would begin to detect a very strong aura of divination magic emanating from that rose.
The rose. And that's all
Divination's
that
not
I.
good.
That's all that I sense.
The spear also emanates some strange magical energies. You mainly get necromancy, but you also get transmutation and abjuration from that spear.
And would I be able to discern anything else? Basically, like specifically what?
Can you throw
Has been
detect
done
magic
to
up
it,
for
or-
me again?
What was that?
Can you throw detect magic into the chat for me? I think you need identify to figure out the exact properties, but I just want to double check.
That makes sense actually, but let me double. Okay.
Detect magic, yeah. Detect magic is just the detection. So you
Gotcha.
realize what kind of magic, and you realize that they both do exude some sort of magic. I will say, though, that you get very sinister auras from both of these items.
Okay. Yeah, I take it the dagger is.
The dagger is non-magical.
Oh, really? Okay. Anything else I sense in the room or from the chest or anything?
There's a bit of lingering divine magic coming from these three statues. Aside from that, nothing.
Okay.
You can feel that magic beginning to fade with every passing moment, though.
Okay. So Ferris would kind of join everybody in the since where everybody is.
In the treasure room.
If you
And
can
start,
see my ping,
Yep.
head in that ping direction. And then we're down here.
Oh, way down in that room. Okay. Oh, yeah. I remember this room. Okay.
Alright.
I didn't realize that's where the door went into. So yeah, he goes and relays all that information. First he mentions the dagger not having any magic to it, the fading divine magic from the statues. Then he mentions the spear, and hands back to Anna and explains how it feels as a sinister magic to it. The schools of which they came from. And then, last but not least, that's when he mentions the rose. What do you guys think it does?
Could be anything.
I don't know, but I'm gonna piss someone off and I'm gonna burn the spear. I'm just gonna set it on fire.
Nice. Okay. So you just set it on fire?
I set it on fire. I mean, I
Yeah.
light it with my hair.
Yeah,
Whatever.
no, totally. You have many means of doing so. So
Yes.
yeah. So it ignites very quickly. Those of you that have spent time near battlefields would recognize this as the smell of burning blood as the spear engulfs and ignites. It burns brighter than you would expect it to. And after a brief moment, the flame turns jet black for a split second before it flashes brightly, and all that's left now is a pile of ash and a charred spearhead.
Good.
Excellent.
Yes. All right.
Now for
Bucky, you. Oh, go ahead.
I'd say now about this rose. What are we gonna? Do we burn this? Do we try to find out more? What if it's a key to something?
Ferris, there is something that I did forget to mention. As you were walking through the flooded area past all the dead cultists, whenever you approached one of these cultists, the rose began to glow faintly orange, and as you walked away from them, the glow faded.
Oh.
Dark mark.
Yeah, a way to identify members.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Interesting.
so Ferris walks up close to this dead one,
When he follows.
and you said, now what lights up on them?
The orange. The rose itself lights up in a pale, dull orange glow as you approach any of the cultists.
And is there anything on the cultist that is glowing at all or anything?
No. There's not.
Ferris would take the rose and he would hold it over different parts of the corpse to see if it would glow brighter in anywhere.
No brighter anywhere.
Anything.
No brighter anywhere specific on the bodies. It just seems to glow when you approach one of the bodies in general.
Ferris
This could
is
be useful.
what's his name? What's his name at the our new buddy?
Morlock.
Morlock,
He would be with you all.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now, does it glow when I'm near him?
It does not.
Okay. So, Ferris takes his findings and announces that to everybody about how it's glowing.
Mortlock would kind of give you a glower, kind of a really kind of look when you kind of hold the rose out towards him.
Ferris explains how he believes this could be a good detection tool to know when somebody from one of the cultists are near, or possibly even one of their allies. That was what my test was for
Right.
our buddy Morlock here.
Right. He would say something along the lines of even in his darkest hours, he never stooped so low as these wretches.
Ferris nervously pats his shoulder.
You have to reach up.
Right. So yeah, I'm starting to wonder if maybe we should keep this on us for a little while, and it might be useful.
Might be good
I think
payment
so.
to Zolj. Help him and the Flaming Fist find the rest of the cultists in the city.
Yeah, we can bring it back to him. But maybe we can see if
Hefty
we can.
bill for
keep-
him.
What's up, Bucky?
I was gonna say, if we're gonna give it to him, that's gonna be costly.
Never said it wasn't.
I'm glad we're on the same page.
You should know by now, Bucky. I don't like men of his caliber.
So,
Back to the treasure.
Bucky, you did mention that you were going through the supplies and everything, so before we get to the treasure, let's go ahead and go over what was in the supply crates.
With my 2 investigation.
Oh, your 2 investigation. Luckily, it doesn't take a whole lot of investigative skills to open a crate. So.
Hey,
Avid.
you said roll for it, I rolled.
Oh, geez, I'm sorry. I must have. That's my bad. I must have misunderstood what you were investigating. But yes, your 2. It does take you some difficulty. It takes some time to figure it out. But you can just open the crates. So, in those crates, there was 6 of them. Most of them were empty except for packing straw. But a few of them did contain stolen goods of various types. There was 10 days worth of rations, a bag of 20 caltrops, 3 flasks of alchemist's fire,
Nice.
6 sets of black iron manacles, 4 tinder boxes, 9 of those curved daggers, and 4 potions of healing.
Hell yeah.
Oh, delightful.
Delight.
So, couch.
Everyone should take a potion of healing but me. I can pretty much heal myself whenever I want.
I've got one, but I could take a second.
Alchemist fire, manacles, tinder. 3 alchemist fire, 6 manacles, 4 tinderbox, 9 daggers, 4 potions of healings. How many caltrops?
A bag of 20 of them.
8. 8
Give
bags
those to
or a
Ferris.
bag?
A bag of 20 caltrops.
Okay.
Give the caltrops to the tinker.
I'm gonna take
Yes, I'll
one of
take
those.
And by the way,
Aspire
speaking
files.
of the tinker and giving him random things, Ferris, anytime that you want to try something wonky, or build something, or use a tool in a strange or interesting way, or build something based off of a weird and interesting way to use a tool, let me know. I'm always down to let you try that kind of stuff.
Okay.
Like if you want to figure out how to make like a caltrop launcher or something, I don't know. This is the first thing that comes to my mind, but you get the idea.
Okay.
If
I was
you took
thinking
catapult,
Alchemist
you can-
launcher.
Kind of along the lines of how I had my the caustic brew come out of the artificial arm.
Exactly.
But
Anytime that you want to do
with
something
anything
weird
else.
like that, like Hank, you remember the stuff I'd let you build with Nathaniel,
Yeah,
like stuff like that. Like anytime you
Yeah.
want to try something weird, just let me know.
yeah. Like, he allowed me in one game to, after we fought a young black dragon, to gather up some bits of it and create a, basically it was something that I could attach to stuff where it would change any artificer stuff, the type of damage over to acid damage.
Very handy for defeating
Yes.
resistances. Oh, you're resistant to
Um,
fire? Have some acid.
Can someone tell me what the alchemist fire does?
Alchemist fire. I think we have a handout for you. One moment.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, you're good. I haven't shared it to you yet, so that's my bad.
Oh, okay.
It's fun
Now,
stuff.
it might be a little out there, but with those 9 daggers and some of that other crap in there, would it be out of the realms of possibility to make a chainsaw?
I don't think there's enough daggers to make a chainsaw, but I like where your brain's at.
I mean, we have the 9 daggers plus the 2 from Vav.
Like a
I'm not saying
rotating,
that we
maybe like
gotta
a
do it.
rotating
It's, you know-
chain whip of some kind.
Ooh.
That's gonna,
like a buzzsaw, but yeah.
yeah. Okay.
Just push the boundaries of
No.
what can I do? What can't I do?
I mean,
There's-
something that elaborate, I feel like would be very difficult to make, and then once it's made, would be very difficult to maintain. But we can certainly try. Yeah, just when you have a good few hours of time to tinker, let me know how you would go about constructing that thing. Just a general idea of what you want it to do, and I'll let you know what kind of checks to make, and if they're successful, you'll have it. And I'm thinking something that complex, it'll have a chance to fail whenever you use it, but then you can try and repair it if it does fail. Like it has a chance to break, like the belt might break or something like that. But yeah,
Okay then. Okay.
definitely give it a shot.
Artificer is such a great class.
I agree. And it really leans into 5e's whole thing of creativity and allowing DM and player to come up with new and interesting things to do. Like, because 5e was never intended to just be like, these are the rules you must follow. You know, that was never 5e. 5e was never meant to be that. So, like, getting cool opportunities to do stuff is what 5e is designed for, and I feel like the Artificer really leans into that.
I do have a question. Can we get a thing for like can we get something for us to kind of record like some group loot under the player characters area?
You got it.
Oh, and
And
just,
Alchemist Fire.
yes, please, because I'm trying to figure out something that she can have fun with.
Yeah, I'm actually not pulling it up properly. Give me a moment, I'll find it.
Okay.
Oh, apostrophe S.
I pulled it out of the
I
compendium.
got it. I forgot to put the
Dang
ownership.
punctuation, man.
I forgot to clarify ownership in my sentence.
It's an entertaining item.
Okay, and it should be here in our compendium too. Okay. There you go. And I will make the group loot section right now.
So, this is basically a napalm grenade.
Yep.
Yes.
Give it to someone who doesn't have fire. I wasn't sure what it was. I was like, fire, you say? But I've got some.
I will probably wind up taking one and also one of the tinder boxes.
Now,
Yeah.
this alchemist fire,
We already have
is
a tinder box.
this something that Ferris would be able to reverse engineer to make his own napalm grenades?
Do you have proficiency in alchemist tools? Because that would definitely be alchemy and not engineering.
I do not. Good to know. That's fine. That's fair.
So give me just a
I
second.
could see that being a weakness in Ferris's expertise.
Yeah. Where are the kits at? There we go. Okay, so among the artisan's tools, there's alchemist's supplies. So that is a proficiency that you would need to gain if you'd like to be able to replicate potions, alchemist fire, acid vials, things like that.
All right.
Alright, you all have a group's loot.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And drop it right down, meow.
Had it. All the stuff that I wrote down. That should be everything. And did everyone
Okay.
take a potion of healing?
Yes.
Yep.
I also took one alchemist fire. I'm also going to take. Let's go with 2 sets of manacles just in case.
All right. So we have 2 flasks of alchemist fire left, 4 manacles, 4 tinder boxes, 11 jagged daggers, and a bag of 20 caltrops.
Bucky's gonna
Oh, yeah.
vials as well for the fire.
And I'm taking all the caltrops, I believe it was.
So that's 20 caltrops to you, my good sir. And you want one of the flasks, Bucky?
Yep.
So we have 1 extra flask of alchemist fire.
One of you want any of it?
I could take it.
The alchemist fire? No, I think I'm good. I want maybe 1 or 2 of the daggers, but I also know Ferris wants them. So
I don't even know if I can actually carry all the daggers. I'm getting up there on my weight limit here.
I won't even discuss my weight limit. My current is ridiculous. I'm over capacity.
Bucky's
but no,
strong. Bucky can carry a lot of this stuff.
Yeah, and I can carry a decent amount of stuff too.
How many of the potions, or not the potions, the alchemist fire were left?
there was
Just
1.
the one.
Okay, yeah, I'll take that then.
Okay. So all the fire is out, so we still have 4 manacles, 4 tinder boxes, and 11 jagged daggers. Which I
Can
might.
I have one of the manacles?
The manacles? Yes, you can. So that's 3 manacles left. You
I'll
know
still
what?
take 2 of the daggers for now.
I was gonna say I think I'm gonna take 2 of the daggers, so that's what's 11 minus 4? 7?
Mm-hmm.
Quick math.
Cultist.
Make it
daggers.
5. Make it 5, as I'll take a couple more daggers.
5. Cool.
That gives me 4 daggers total.
All the daggers.
Well, I got 4 daggers, a flail,
Oh,
a hand
give me
axe.
2 of them.
Yeah.
Okay.
Daggers for everyone. You get a dagger. You get a dagger.
You get a dagger, and you get. I'm the Oprah of daggers.
You get 2 daggers.
3 daggers. And it's Winnie just throwing daggers at everyone. You get a dagger, and you get a dagger, and you get.
Maybe we should move on from the daggers, considering how many
Yeah.
people almost died by those.
Oh,
Honestly,
are these?
Those
honestly, my
are
character's
curved
thought-
daggers.
They are
Honestly,
the curved daggers.
They are the
Oh, I'm
curved
sorry, Hank.
daggers.
Yeah,
It has
honestly,
my blood on it.
honestly, my character's thought is, in case there's another group of this somewhere, it may not hurt to have some in case we need to try to slip in at some
Not only
point.
that, if we have them, then they don't.
Yep.
That, but they also have like that life-sucking force to them, right?
Yes. That is coming from them and not their daggers.
Okay, so it's
Yeah.
not the dagger. It's just them. I thought it
Yes.
was the daggers. Never mind.
Yeah,
then.
those people are just major buttholes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. 100%.
Okay.
I thought these were like maybe special daggers, but they're not. So never mind.
Every dagger is special.
Yeah, that is true.
There's just wondering if you can make a dagger cannon.
Dagger cannon. I love that. I mean, you already have a cannon. Just shove a dagger into the Eldritch Cannon's barrel and hit the button.
Oh, I could put a noob tube on it.
launch a flask of alchemist fire with your fucking cannon.
You, it's feet.
Boop.
Question,
Okay.
Ferris.
Yeah.
Actually, Ferris, here's a good question. Do you have the spell catapult?
No, I thought about it.
That's my favorite.
I could see some potential use if you combined that with the alchemist fire.
Hmm?
Combine it with
Because-
crowbar.
Well, because consider this: if you hit, it takes the damage from catapult. Then it breaks, and the alchemist fire does extra damage. If you miss, it breaks, and they have to make the saving throw against the fire.
Question. Would I be able to essentially do the same thing by putting said attachment, like a noob tube, onto my stolen cannon thingy, and then basically by shoving whatever in that and using that, would it be the attack of the cannon plus whatever else I used?
I feel like if you were to use just your Eldritch Cannon and try to have it launch the Alchemist Fire, then it would just give added range to the Alchemist Fire. But I do like the idea of a leveled spell like Catapult having that effect, where it'll do both catapult damage and the Alchemist Fire effects.
I mean, because and theoretically, if you like, it's kind of one way where that catapult spell can become fun because it gives you two opportunities to hit someone instead of just one.
Fair enough.
So if you don't end up taking Catapult, Ferris, I would say that as long as you can combine that with a leveled spell in some way, you can get the effects of both.
Okay. Cool beans.
So y'all ready for the treasure?
Yeah.
Okay. It's a lot. Y'all ready? Okay. So, there are 4 large chests. The first one holds 4,500 copper pieces, 2 red crystal vials with gold stoppers. Those of you that have an eye for value would be able to tell that they're worth about 25 gold each. Those crystal vials with gold stoppers.
Do we know what's in them?
Each
Or are they
vial
just the vials?
contains a potion of fire breath.
Gimme.
The second chest contains 10 eye agates, worth about 10 gold each. Those gems are scattered amid 1,250 silver pieces.
Wow.
The third chest contains a very delicate-looking porcelain dragon mask, worth about 25 gold. It is resting atop a bed of 2,400 copper pieces and 500 silver pieces.
You said 2,400 copper?
Yes,
And how much silver?
500.
500.
Now, the fourth chest contains only a bronze crown with 5 spires. The crown appears to be rather valuable, worth about 250 gold. Each spire is shaped and painted to resemble one of the 5 kinds of chromatic dragons: black, blue, green, red, and white. The crown is surprisingly heavy.
And we didn't detect any magic from that?
No.
Wow.
Do you all remember?
Can we do some detect magic between Ferris and I, please?
Ferris's detect magic from earlier would have been sufficient to detect everything in this area.
Okay.
So there is no magic coming from these items.
Winnie, I'm assuming that you scribbled that down to stick in the group loop thing.
Yeah, I scribbled it down. I'll add it in just a second.
Okay. I didn't want to start trying to mess with it if someone else already was at it.
Yeah, I got it all written down. It was total of 69
Nice.
thousand. Oh no, 6,900 copper pieces. 1,750 silver pieces, 10 eye agates worth 10 gold, 2 potions of fire breath worth 25, a porcelain dragon mask, a bronze crown with 5 spires worth 250 gold, with the 5 chromatic dragons adorned on top. Did I get everything?
Okay.
The dragon mask is worth 24 gold.
24 gold.
250. Oh, the dragon mask. Yes, I'm sorry. The crown is worth 250.
Can I
24
check out
gold.
the crown?
Yeah,
No, pick it up and look at it.
it's pretty.
It's pretty.
And when you pull out the note that they found back when they first ran into the Cult of the Dead 3,
Absolutely.
do you think this is what they stole from the Cult of the Dragon?
Oh, the crown.
makes
Oh,
sense.
Is.
Not just the crown, but the
all
mask.
of it.
This is definitely stolen goods from the other cult. Which means I don't feel too bad about taking it for ourselves. To
So you wanted the text of the letter?
help the refugees.
Yeah, can you put the text of the letter back up?
Yes.
This may be the Queen's treasure, because that's all I have written down is stole the Queen's treasure.
Well, they had said that this was money that they had been stealing from the other cult.
Yes, but the letter, it said something about Van Thamper.
It did. I can't find my handout for it, but I will read back to you what it said. It says, head to the bathhouse in Baldur's Gate and retrieve our queen's stolen treasure. The bathhouse is located in the northern portion of the lower city. It has a walled garden and frolicking nymphs carved into its front gates. If Duke Van Thamper thinks she can use our queen's treasure to buy the loyalty of the Cult of the Dead 3, she is sorely mistaken. I'll be looking for you in Baldur's Gate when I arrive. Bring the treasure to me then, or Altus will come for you. It is signed Wormspeaker Resmer.
I look at Mortlock. Have you heard of this worm speaker?
He shakes his head. He has not.
Anna just says, well, it looks like this orm speaker's on his way. And she turns around and to tell Winnie that as she says it, the crown's on her head. She just
Don't help the crown, that's worth money.
Like Acer wearing the crown last night.
Oh god, yes.
Acer just loves their new crown.
And upon my head, it has increased in value, just so you know. Ferris, whoever said that.
You have fire hair, don't melt it.
I'm just worried
if it's a dragon queen, it'll be fine.
if this worm speaker, and who was the person that they were going to send after them?
Altus is the person they were going to send.
Ultist?
It was signed Wormspeaker Resmer.
Okay. So if Wormspeaker Resmer is here, that means that Hitman Ultist.
Ultist the Cultist.
Ultist the Cultist. The Hitman Cultist. He's here too. Do we want to turn this over to them?
No,
I'm not
I
inclined to
think
help another cult.
Not to help another cult, but at least... Well, yes, it would help another cult, but it would give us more strength against the Dead 3, who are somewhat responsible for sending our families to
I think
Avernus.
this needs to be the refugee fund.
Yes, 100%.
Feeding that
for the
many
flame
people
breath.
is not going to be cheap.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, we could take a little bit for ourselves, but yeah, most of that's got to go to
I'm not saying to keep the gold, but this crown is something that's going to bring more danger to the city, to our people who are here.
I'm not sure I would trust Zug or Zurich,
Zoj.
whatever his name was, Zoj, to give it back.
I'm not
If we can
saying
find this
he give
guy-
it back.
If we find this guy, we can maybe make some sort of arrangement.
That's what I'm saying. Like, we should try and maybe reason with this. I know they're a cult, but we basically saved their treasure that they were going to come here for and probably die for anyway.
I'd say we put that crown in a safe place, and we handle that after we at least get this situation figured out for the refugees and find out more about.
It is currently in the
What to
safest
do.
place it can be.
Anna, well, I do understand your affinity for the fire. I think you might want to hide it while we walk the streets of Baldur's Gate. Especially if this Ultist doesn't sound very kind. Just for your safety.
She's still convinced that no one can kill her. Yes, that's fine. Put it back in the thing. Because it's upsetting Winnie. We don't want to. She doesn't want to upset Winnie.
Winnie's just worried.
All right, y'all. What'll it be?
I guess
Yeah.
that we're gonna.
Gather up the goodies, and I guess we have to make our way out.
Figure out how to get away.
Isn't there like, shouldn't we figure out what's going on behind the room that was hot or had fire roaring in it or something?
The methane gas buildup.
It was
that first
before
door? That very
Yeah,
first door?
Yeah. Is that something we should look into?
Sure. Get this crap
I mean,
out of
it's
here,
on the
though.
way out.
So you all want to explore the portion of the dungeon that you have not yet?
Yeah.
So, there's no need to move tokens around for all of that. As you move through the rest of the dungeon, you do get the distinct impression that it is now empty. There are no others inside. Looking behind doors and whatnot, if you go towards the door, the southern door of those 3 doors, when you first entered in, you would see that it does appear to have once been occupied by several of those filthy Merkel cultists, the ones that were covered in filth and grime and had some sort of dominion over the undead. The room that they were in is just one large room. There is a sarcophagus off the back, though. If you were to look into it, you would notice that it does appear to have been a storage location of some kind, but it has been cleaned out. There is nothing remaining inside of the sarcophagus, although it does look to have recently held something. Let's go ahead and get investigation checks from anyone proficient in investigation, and you might be able to discern what was hiding in there before it was removed.
Not die.
Does anybody have proficiency in it?
Chicken.
I do not.
Nope.
No, I've got a 4 next to mine. Does that make a difference?
Is there a check mark next to it?
No.
We're pretty, but we're dumb.
All
They're
right,
really,
Ferris.
really cute.
I will allow one check then. So anyone, I'm assuming Ferris probably has the highest chance of succeeding in that. So
Oof.
it had something in there. That is for damn sure. Cannot tell what it was.
Ouch.
Oh gosh darn.
It's okay. We've all been there, buddy.
That is
Even
the
with
only
perfect-
location that you all have not already explored.
All right.
Let's
Yeah, I
take the
guess-
card treasure out of here, guys.
We finish getting out of here and find what's his face.
Zooge.
Zo.
Load.
Why does that word sound so dirty?
Because he's a dirty man.
It sounds very
Yeah.
close. It's because it sounds very close to splooge.
Oh,
Thank
okay.
All right. Okay. So, making your way up and through the rest of the dungeon, back up to the bathhouse. Dawn is near to breaking over the city. You've spent some considerable time down here. You can see the very first signs of morning light beginning to break through the stained glass windows of the bathhouse above. It appears
What does Morton
untouched since the last time that you all were here. And darkness. As you make your way up, as you emerge from the bathhouse, heading out the front gate, several figures leap down from the top of the courtyard wall.
I pull out my katana.
They stand.
Yeah.
Very quickly, this all happens. These individuals jump down from the terraces, from the walls, and surround you all. In addition to their black leather armor, they wear strange masks and cloaks that give each of them a vaguely dragon-like appearance. All of them brandish curved steel blades reminiscent of dragon claws. There is one on the southern part of the courtyard. His eyes appear to have been plucked out, still bleeding holes, although it looks like the wound is very old, and he sniffs at the air. They have it, Altus. All of it. It is here. Another man steps out from around a fountain, crosses his arms. He says, "You have something that belongs to us, friends. Hand over our queen's treasure and you may leave this place with your lives."
You are just the people we were looking for.
How convenient. So you have no intention of stealing from us as this filth that inhabits the dungeons below has.
We're the reason that your crown is safe.
And warm.
The one with the missing eyes hisses at you as you say that, Anna. She desecrates it.
Tiberius casually cocks his crossbow and aims it at that one.
They kind of
Dragon, buddy.
What was that? What was that you said again?
Ferris holds his hand up and says, well, hang on. Before anything happens, why did they want the crown from you guys? What dealings have you guys had with them? With the dead three cultists?
They are but simple thieves. And he gestures towards the eyeless man, kind of puts a hand out. The eyeless man actually seems to see this and takes a step back, still scowling at Anna. He says, "The man that was addressing you steps forward. He says, they are but simple thieves. They have stolen from us to bankroll their own operations here. We came here to punish them in kind, but it seems you've already done that for us. So of course, payment is in order. We will be taking the crown, but you may keep kind of glances over you towards the person with the eyes, and he kind of twitches a bit. The eyeless man says, 10 agates. And he basically lists off all the things that are in the chests. And man leans back and he says, you may keep the agates, and you may keep the mask. Relinquish the rest to us, including our queen's crown, and you may leave here.
I mean, that was the plan.
I think, and Ferris is going to try to persuade the guy. It's, we did a lot of work here. We just cleared out an entire cultist den. How about you guys take the crown, and we take everything else? As everything else is going to go...
Ferris, as you're speaking, the eyeless one hisses, and you can see a fire begin to grow in the back of his eyes, and he goes rigid. His arms stick to his side, and he begins to intone in 5 different voices. We show you mercy in negotiation. There will be no further discussion. Take their offer or die here. And then the eyeless man collapses.
We just need some sort of assurance that you will leave this city, because there are refugees of El Terrell coming, and we don't want any more shit on our plate than we've already got.
The eyeless man is slowly getting back to his feet. He seems to be quite hurt now. You can see some smoke rising from him. The man who has been addressing you this time, he says, Our Lady has spoken. Our offer stands, and upon its completion, our business in this city is done.
That's all
Give
well and good. Oh, go ahead,
them the crown. Give them the fire potions.
Oh, yeah, those are... I've got those deep stashed. They're in my bag.
Well, they're trying to take the money, too.
They said that you can keep
Yeah.
the mask and the gems.
The money is theirs too.
Yep.
Are you willing to at least donate to the refugee?
Anna, he cuts you off. Enough! Take our offer now. Or all the cultists kind of begin readying their weapons.
Right, we're gonna fight.
This deal.
Yep.
All right, you know what, Ferris? Suddenly and trying to be unpredictable. You know what? Let me double check something before he does this.
Ferris, all of these
While you
cultists
read.
are ready and expecting a fight. There will be no surprising them.
Question for you:
Can Anna pull
when we
out-
leveled up, that reset me to full.
Yes, you all have done an assumed long rest after your level up.
Okay, just wanted to make sure that that was correct.
And as you all tense up, the eyeless man shouts, "Blood for our queen!"
Can
And
I
we're gonna
throw a
take our-
dagger at him?
We're going to take our break first, and then you can certainly
Damn
do that
it.
when we come back.
I am gonna fight in this fucking...
All right, everybody, so we are back. You have been confronted by the Cult of the Dragon, looking for their missing treasure. Negotiations have failed, and now they take what you would not give willingly. The cultists are going to go first. All right. Ferris, one of them, with his scimitar drawn, takes a slash at you. It's a 14 to hit, Ferris.
What's my DC? 13, so yeah, that'll hit.
Okay. Ferris said it's going to be 4 slashing.
Oof.
Anna, one of the other cultists, leaps over one of these stoned benches and, in a downward slash, jumping at you, brings his scimitar down. That is only a 10 to hit.
Miss.
Glancing off of your armor, he deflects and turns and prepares. Tiberius, As you wheel to face one of the cultists that was standing behind you, he slashes at you with a scimitar. There's a 22 to hit, Tiberius.
Okay.
For 2 slashing. Bucky, 2 of them confront you. Okay. Bucky, it is an 8 and a 6. These are both clearly going to miss. All right, that is the cultists. Ultis and his buddy didn't get the initiative. Let me get them in there. Okay, that works. All right, Winnie, what do you do?
La 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 la. What do I want to do? Because if I go like this, I'll have to make a strength check against Blinding McBlinderson, right?
That's Ultis.
Oh,
But yes,
Ultis
you would have
McCultist.
you would have to make a check against him.
Okie dokie. So you know what? We're not gonna do that, but we are gonna do is I'm gonna stand here on the fountain and I'm gonna go bop with my sword, with my katana at Ultist.
Got it.
I'm gonna take that natural 20.
Fantastic. He turns just in time for you to strike.
For 14.
14. Fantastic hit.
And then I'm going to spend a key point and bop him in the face with flurry of blows for a 7 and a 9, so I don't bop.
Okay, yep, those do not hit. All right. Anything else, Winnie?
Nope, that's it.
Tiberius.
Tiberius is going to use one of his since he's had a long rest, one of his things of fighting spirit to give himself 5 temporary hit points right there.
Okay.
And to give him advantage on his attack against Ultist, the cultist. I'm assuming the 20 will hit.
20 hits.
And, since Ultist is considered so dangerous, let's go ahead. Let's call that for the time being.
Okay.
Actually, I know I might get an attack of opportunity put against me, but I might move down to here.
Okay.
So let that cultist
Did you have advantage on your swing against Ultis?
Yes.
Oh, your
because
move.
with fighting spirit, I get to.
Fantastic.
Yes. I get advantage with that. I get advantage with that fighting spirit thing when I get those 5 temp hit points for 1 attack.
Okay. The opportunity attack, the cultist lashes out at you. It is an 18 to hit.
It meets me. It meets it and beats it.
For 3
So-
slashing.
Okay. Awesome. Okay, and that is my turn.
Ferris.
All right. Ferris being a little overconfident after completely beating the crap out of that last the Voss guy. He runs between these 2 cultists. He takes his staff. Electricity flows through it, and he slams it to the ground, casting Thunderwave.
Ooh, nice. So con saves from both of these guys. Nice. DC 14. It's 10 damage.
Well, you know what? They actually might even hit this one too.
It does not.
So
It is a 5. Everything within 5 feet of you, essentially.
I thought it said 15 feet. Let me reread that.
Everything within a 15-foot cube is everything within 5 feet of you.
Right, exactly. It's centered on you.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Okay.
Sorry.
Good
Okay.
to know.
They both do fail.
Nice.
Very
One
nice.
of them is blown backwards and lands in a crumpled heap at your feet. And let's show the spell description. I believe they are pushed 10 feet. Okay.
Very nice, Veris.
Wait, so he died without me rolling damage?
It was included in the roll you made.
Oh, gotcha.
Yep. 10
Oh, I see.
thunder.
Nice.
Ooh,
Really
all right,
nice.
cool.
I must
Alright.
be getting excited. My heart monitor is going off.
And I don't think I can do anything. Yeah, I can't. I have to use an action for my cannon, so I think that'll do it for this turn.
Okay. Bucky.
Yeah, let's just drop this cult leader. Bucky's just gonna take a swing at Ultis, the
Okay.
cultist.
20 hits.
Or 20. And we are gonna smite on this.
Okay.
Yes.
Sometimes you gotta just, where's my smite? There it is.
Sometimes we're just asking
For
for it.
18.
Nice.
Very nice.
18 damage. Radiant.
Okay. He does not seem to have liked that. He turns to snarl, now surrounded by 3 of you.
And I think as a bonus action... No. Actually, that's it. That'll be turn.
Okay.
Big bonk.
Big bonk indeed. Okay.
I like big bonks and I cannot lie.
All right. The eyeless one charges forward towards you, Ferris. He swings his face up towards Anna and lets loose this feral snarl, almost a hiss, almost serpentine sounding at her. But he turns his attention towards you, Ferris, understanding the greater threat to him currently, at least as far as he can tell. And he is going to... Actually, you know what? Yeah. Ferris, he's going to rush up towards you. And he is going to hold out one of his hands and he speaks in a hissing language in Draconic, if anyone speaks it.
Mm-mm.
Let me check my languages real quick.
I don't think I do, but let me check.
Nope, I took Goblin.
I do speak Draconic, actually.
He basically
Nice.
says what is the equivalent of stay put, and then casts Hold Person on you. I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Come on,
Let me
Ferris,
check
you got
something.
this.
Okay. Or magic. Okay. Yeah, you said wisdom saving throw?
Wisdom saving throw. 17 is good.
Cool.
All right. All right. That does bring us to Ultis, the cultist, who is going to look around and say, "Enough of this." And he is going to just reach out and lay one finger on Winnie's armor. He's going to cast Inflict Wounds.
No.
Actually, who did more damage to him in their strike? Was it Winnie or Bucky?
I think Bucky, he did 18. Winnie
Because this guy's
did...
smart. He would definitely focus on
14.
whoever... Okay, so Bucky, that is coming towards you. Lays a finger on your armor. It is an
Hi,
upcast Inflict
Bucky.
Wounds.
It is so hard to play smart characters.
Mm-hmm. Right, Bucky. Here it is. That is a 21 to hit.
Ugh.
That'll hit.
Bucky, you take 23 points of necrotic damage.
Ouch.
How's his hair?
Solid. You kidding me? His hair can never be damaged.
Okay.
It's gonna be all that's left of him.
He then lashes out behind him with a dagger. I'm sorry, with a scimitar. Oh, he does wield a dagger. Okay, with a dagger. Winnie, 19 to hit for 4 piercing.
That hits.
Anna.
Well, I'm going to cast Spiritual Weapon.
Okay.
And I think I'm going to have to... You guys got those covered. I'll put it right here in this spot and take out the guy next to me.
Okay.
I can never remember what the... Hold on a second. Put the spells. Pull it out. I'm sorry. I should have been ready. I knew what I was going to do.
All good.
Yes, please. I'd like to take my sessional.
All right. Fantastic. And who are you striking at? The one next to you, you said?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, he did.
Do I move it this turn or the next turn?
You
Start
can
of my
move
next
it
turn.
up to 20 feet. I believe you can move it this turn.
Okay. Then I'm going to just have it come, like, threaten.
Okay, it does take a bonus action to move it, so you cannot move it the same turn you cast it.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. Then, she's feeling pretty good about herself right now.
Does she want to...
Move.
No, I mean, does she want to actually use an action? Because casting time for spiritual weapon is a single bonus action.
That is accurate. You can use a cantrip or a regular action.
Just can't cast a level spell.
Great. I think what I would like to do...
Like, you could glaive one of those guys, because you got a 10-foot reach.
They are within 10 feet of me,
They
aren't
are.
they? Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Sorry, I didn't mean to move. She's just going to say, Tibbs, deer, duck, and she's going to swing her glaive at Ultist up
Okay.
there.
Oh, yeah.
That's awesome. Man. Thanks, guys. Glaive, where are you? There you are.
Reach is really nice.
Yeah, that's not going to do it.
Nope.
All right. Anything else?
No, that'll do. I just embarrassed myself.
Mortlock is going
You sit
to
and
rush
stab Tibbs in the
forward.
back.
I think as long as it's a free action, she's going to take the crown out of her bag and just to rile them all up some more.
I thought you've been wearing it this whole time.
Oh yeah, no, then perfect. Yeah, she's wearing it. She's wearing it right now.
that's why Eyeless Man has been so pissed.
Yes. And her hair is all fiery, so it's extra like, yeah, here we go.
Mortlock
I'm
walks
done.
up,
Thank you.
wielding his great maul, his huge club, and swings it at this cultist. Misses on the first strike. Oh. Mortlock's having a bad day. Alright. That just brings us to the cultists. Alright. Tiberius, one of them takes a slash at you. That is a 13 to hit.
Doesn't do shit.
Bucky, for you, a 15.
It was a nice try.
Alright. And Winnie, a 20.
To do.
6 slashing.
Ow.
That does bring us to you, Winnie.
I'm gonna stab at Ultis the cultist again for a 20.
20 hits.
6 slashing. Unarmed
Okay.
strike at him as my bonus action. Just one for an 18
hits. Yep.
for 5 more damage.
Fantastic.
That's it.
Hey, he's looking rough. Tiberius.
Tiberius is naturally going to take a swing at this guy. Nice.
Nice.
4, 5, 6. 9 points of damage. Is he
Reroll
still
that one.
Which one was the
Roll a
one?
d8.
D8, okay.
Okay, so 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Fantastic.
And he is going to utilize his action surge to take a second swing.
Nice.
Oof.
12. Oh, no, you're flanking. You're flanking with Winnie. That is a 20 to hit.
Yeah. It's kind of what I got there for an additional
Number 10.
10 points.
All right, fantastic. He is looking very hurt.
Excellent.
Everyone is within 10 feet of me.
Just about. I think that this one guy in the corner up there isn't. Well,
Yeah, I
he
think
is
this
too.
is.
No.
No, this guy's 15.
That dude's
These
not.
3.
And the guy down there with
No.
in front of Ferris, beside
No.
Ferris, has got a range.
Sorry, I just got excited.
I love weapons with reach.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that is my turn.
Ferris.
All right. So Ferris is going to take his staff, and he is going to cast Ray of Frost right into this eyeless guy's face.
You will be at disadvantage. But 15 does still hit.
All right, cool.
6 cold. All right. All right. Anything else?
I think that'll do it.
Bucky.
We're gonna try to finish off Ultis here. Gonna do another smite.
14 does not hit.
Yeah. All right. We're gonna go. Actually, no. That'll be turn.
Okay. Does bring us to these two. Ferris, the eyeless one, is going to look towards you and let loose a snarl, and he's going to turn and charge at Anna with his hands out, reaching for the crown. You can get an opportunity attack, Ferris.
Okay. Yeah, I guess Ray of...
Can't be a spell. It has to be a melee attack.
Oh, okay. I guess he will two-handed swing at him with his quarterstaff.
Okay. Not going to hit. All right, Anna. He charges at you. He puts one hand out and then reaches one hand up. The hand that is out, you can see black necrotic energy begin to swell around it and reach out towards you. As he does a second level inflict wounds, I want to say. Yep, second level inflict wounds. Anna, that is going to be a 19 to hit.
Hits.
For 28 points of necrotic damage.
Holy crap.
He attempts to swipe the crown from your head. I'm assuming you are trying to stop that from happening.
Finders
Go-
keeper, asshole.
Go ahead and make a dexterity saving throw.
Oop.
He does swipe it from the top of your head, and you see him kind of hold it close, covetously, kind of takes half a step back from you. Anna? Oh no, we still have Ultis. We still got Ultis to act. 1 second, sorry. And he... He kind of looks around towards all of you. He is very hurt. And he says that you may strike him down, but the cult of the dragon will never stop until they have what is theirs. And then he is going to... So he has done a spiritual way. He has done a upcast. Okay, he is going to do an upcast burning hands. I need several of you. I'll let you know which ones in just a moment here. Okay. Which way does he do this? Sorry guys, my computer's running very slow. I need to get that freaking power supply updated like ASAP. Okay. Jeez, I am lagging really hard. Sorry, everybody. Bear with me. Okay. Winnie, he is going to step out of your range to do this.
Attack.
Yeah.
16.
16 hits. Let's see if you can take him down. 6 points. All right. So Winnie, as he steps away from you, beginning to cast his spell, you draw your katana squarely across his back. He does drop. As he does, from the wound, you see fire begin to flow out from it. And it begins to take shape, begins to take a form. You see 5 vaguely serpentine shapes form from it. Each one of the heads looks towards each of you and says, "We shall see you soon, champions." And Ultis detonates. I need everyone except for Ferris. Is Ferris out of range? 30 feet? Checking. Oh, no, Ferris too. I need everybody to make dexterity saving throws as Ultis erupts in flame. DC 15, good luck, y'all.
What is
wait,
with
I'm
you
fire
fireballing
resistant.
our party?
This isn't a fireball. This is a cultist of Tiamat.
I am going to use my sessional.
Okay.
Since the first one I used was because of fighting spirit, which gave me advantage,
Yep.
and the second was because I was flanking.
Okay.
Can I silvery barbs my save?
Go ahead and throw silvery barbs into the chat. I don't remember exactly how it works.
You're not even crying. You're just whining. Knock it off. Oh, that was the wrong thing to do. Sorry.
There you go.
Okay. Magically distracted triggering creature. A creature you can see within 60 feet of yourself that succeeds on an attack roll, an ability check, or a saving throw. So you would have to succeed, and then you can turn it into a failure, basically.
So I can't fix it.
You
Okay,
can't,
got
yeah,
you.
you can't fix a failure. Okay. Okay, not too terrible. Those of you that fail the save do take 12 points of fire damage. That explosion does wipe out the rest of them.
All of them?
Yep.
I wanted to murder him.
Do we take half on a save?
Yes, you do. 1 second. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and make
And
individual
I'll-
saves for these guys.
I
Bear
know,
with me.
I know fire damage. I got it.
Bear with
That's
me. I'm going to go ahead and make individual saves for these guys.
No, it's okay. You can kill him.
I forgot I have this cool button. I've been using Pathfinder and Esper Genesis that I don't have all these macros for. So I've been making bulk saves. I'm like, I don't have to do that here. I have macros.
Woohoo!
Okay.
All but one.
Yeah.
One is the loneliest number that you've ever seen.
Anna?
Oh, look, he's within 10 feet.
Look.
Love that
So
song.
Anna is going to pluck her crown, yes, her crown, up out of that guy's dead hands, put it back on her head, move her spiritual weapon up over to this dude up here. And do I have to roll the spell again and then just fix my
You can just roll a d20 plus your spell attack bonus.
d20 plus 5? 13 to hit
13
him?
hits him.
Hooray! For a d8 plus 3.
That is still enough.
Hooray!
What does her spiritual weapon look like again?
It looks like a black glaive.
A giant black glaive.
Mm-hmm. It's not giant,
I
it's
like
just
it.
sparkly and fire.
All right, everybody. With that,
She told me one time that the blade of it is shaped like
Like a heart. Yeah, it's shaped like a heart.
That's right. I remember this.
all right. With that, the
I just
sounds
say-
of Baldur's Gate waking for the morning begin to reach you all.
Can I just say
When
I
you-
hate cultists?
I think it's safe to say they're not too fond of you either.
We, check their pockets, all that good stuff.
When he kind of just
Old-fashioned loot
collapses
fest.
in the fountain, exhausted.
Exhausted so much as terribly injured.
Yeah. Terribly injured, tired, wants to take a shower or a bath, and just wants a bed. I am done with this day.
Well, Winnie, we are at a bathhouse.
She
They got great
remembers
massages.
that.
Are you proposing we go back into the cultist lair?
He just goes right back into one of the baths. Doesn't
do
even
have-
care if it's cold water. She's just sunk in.
A
I mean,
bench.
they do have some good
Flop.
massages here.
I have 5 hit points.
The cultists have nothing on them. Almost looks like they came here intentionally without any more of their queen's treasure to lose.
Makes sense.
I wonder if these were the cultists she didn't particularly like. And we just did like her dirty work for her.
Well, she came out of the back of one of them. You hear Winnie shouting from the inside of the bathhouse.
What a Harry Potter shit is this?
Who's Harry Potter?
I love it.
I'm not gonna lie. I was
Overly-
wishing I could
overly-
cast Protego.
An overly furry ceramics worker?
Ha 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 ha.
Get it.
I see what you did there.
Eh.
I just imagined a Wookiee sitting at a pottery table.
That's exactly what I'm picturing.
So I guess we. Well, first off, how much of this the treasure portion of it are we keeping?
I don't think we're keeping any of the money.
Okay.
244 gold should go to the people. Like, what's the Bucky's
River, do not
rival's
wake up your
name?
sister.
Rhea?
Rhea. We can give Rhea the 244 gold for the people.
That's a lot of money. That should take care of them for a while.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then we have 200 and
We're gonna keep the artifacts. They're just gonna get all the actual currency, basically.
yeah, we have like almost 300, 400 gold between the agates, the mask, and the crown.
That's pretty good too, guys.
And then we're also going to be getting a decent amount of money from Fabius.
Is anybody keeping track of how many cultists we killed?
Not this
No.
time, I'm sorry.
Because he say he was gonna give us like a few hundred gold per.
A few hundred. No.
Build 100.
Or hang on, I got my note. Let me check my notes. Hang on.
He was going to
I
give
think
us 350 for killing the cult each.
Yeah.
Yeah, for each party member.
Yeah, each of
Oh, see, I heard each, and I'm like, oh man, we can make a payday out of this.
That
for
that
each
would be
cult member.
absolutely ridiculous amount of gold.
350 each per person in the party for getting rid of the cult.
Though.
And don't forget, Winnie actually took an ear because she thought he was serious until y'all told her that no, that's just a way of speaking. And then she didn't take any more ears. Yes, a figure of speech, thank you.
Now we do also have some individuals who we released that should have gone to the Elf Song Tavern.
Mm-hmm.
I think we should distribute the gold first, and then go to the Elsong Tavern, so we don't have to worry about people trying to steal from us or
I
anything.
thought were a day or two away, weren't they?
That was a day or two ago.
Oh.
Yep. So if they're not there, they should be pretty close to there at this point.
Yeah, I guess we can head to the gate and meet them.
When he gets out of the bath and sheaths her sword. And onward to Zolj, I guess.
Yeah, did he say where we could find him?
Probably back at the gate.
Generally, he can be found near the gate.
Okay. Yeah, I guess to the gate.
Okay. It is currently the butt crack of dawn. The city is mostly still just waking up. As you all head through town, moving towards the Basilisk Gate. As you all do so,
One heal me.
you all hear somebody call out to you, "Halt!" They walk right up to Bucky and say, "You're under arrest. Come with us.
what?
Don't put up a fight."
On what grounds?
Says, "Hell Riders. They've proven themselves enemies of Baldur's Gate, haven't you heard?" And they kind of take a step towards you when somebody else calls, like, "Wait!" Zojhed walks up to you. He looks right at you, Bucky. Said not the one with the hair. They all kind of take a step back, kind of sheathing swords back up. Says, "Yeah, this one's working with Zoj. Got here before the rest of them." The one that walks up kind of crosses his arms and he says, "Now, since, you're a law-abiding citizen in these parts, if you see any of your friends, you be sure to let us know, right?"
Hell happened.
We've got some things to figure out. I don't have much to say to you. Where can we find him?
Zoj is at the gate. He's expecting you. You stay out of trouble. I'd hate for Zoj to remove the caveat on our standing orders. Let's go, guys.
Yeah.
The three of them walk away.
What the hell is happening?
We were only down there for one night.
I can't wait to get out of this god-forsaken city.
There's only 4 Hell Riders left.
Yeah, we're gonna have to have Zoj explain that to us.
Yeah, we need to go find him.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So,
Am I able to keep an eye out for any of the guard that were with Thavius walking around?
sure.
Or Thavius, since I know he's here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
When he's going to
So-
be towards the back, like looking around at that stuff.
All right. So, doesn't take you all long. Streets are relatively uncrowded. No one else hassles you on your way to the gate. And as you all arrive there, you do see Zode standing on one side. He seems to be talking to a couple of his captains. They're gesturing out towards the gate. And he turns towards you as you approach, waves you over, says, "Well, report."
I throw the ear at his feet.
He gives you an approving nod. "So it's done then."
More than done.
Ferris pulls out
Yes,
the.
if you
Let's say Ferris pulls out the rose, and starts explaining who Voss was, and that we got this off of him. Basically solidifying that, yeah, this guy seems to be running the show, at least at that location. And then explains how it glows and all that, and how we think it could be a useful tool to identify cultists.
He nods, gestures to one of his lieutenants standing nearby, who approaches and asks, and basically puts out a hand, waiting for you to give it to him.
Is it glowing?
It is not.
Ferris looks to his party.
Well, yeah,
For
hold on a
approval.
second. We're not just handing that over.
Well, what do you want me to do with it
Sorry.
then? He looks towards his lieutenant. "Fetch their payment." Lieutenant turns and leaves into one of the guardhouses near the gate. He looks towards.
You might-
Well, yeah, let's go ahead and finish this. Am I taking it, or are you gonna hunt down the rest of them yourselves? There's bound to be a few stragglers throughout the city.
I think it could be useful in our travels. There's still more to this mystery that we're looking into.
Keep it. I have no use for cultist trinkets.
Yeah, Ferris puts it back in his pocket.
At this point, he looks towards you, Bucky. He says, "Your friends have caused quite the ruckus. But one of my men in
What
the
happened?
infirmary last night."
Did he deserve it? How these guys are acting, I'm not surprised.
He kind of shrugs and he says, "Deserve it, doesn't deserve it. Attacking a member with the Flaming Fist in open is always going to fetch you some trouble, son."
I'm inclined to believe they probably attacked my people.
Regardless, one of my men is missing an eye, and that young girl is missing in the city.
What?
Freya?
Is that her name? I don't know. Apparently a few of my men approached her, and when she asked if this rabble outside could enter the city, obviously they were declined. We don't have the resources to feed 1,000 people in these walls. She didn't take kindly to being turned away, you see.
a question: is it a lack of resources or a lack of funds?
He kind of makes a weighing, like a measuring sign with his hands. It's the same thing. We simply don't have the food, the money to care for so many people. They're welcome to camp outside the walls for as long as they want.
Now, the deal was you were going to help them if we did this for you.
The perimeter outside our walls is as safe as many other places. Safer than they would be back at home.
Is no home.
Kind of gives a smirk. Either way, we can make them comfortable outside the walls, but we simply cannot admit that many people into the city.
Allow them passage to shop for food, to sustain themselves. While you can't house them inside the walls, you can at least take care of them.
Taking care of them isn't our responsibility, but you see,
It is now, since we saved Baldur's Gate from a similar fate to our home.
which is
Just
why
so you are aware.
I will allow their emissaries into the city.
Which means the Held Riders.
I'm afraid the Hell Riders are currently wanted for questioning. Present
They are no
company
longer
excluded,
wanted.
of course.
They are no longer wanted for questioning. We saved your city.
You
Help us save ours.
make a
He's got
persuasion
backup.
check.
Wearing a crown.
Oof.
Wayne's got this.
He looks towards Bucky. The girl injured one of my men. The warrant for her arrest stands. The rest of you,
Your men are a bunch of thugs. They're picking a fight they can't win, and they're getting upset they're losing.
don't push me, son. I'm already being as generous as I can be here. You see him saying through gritted teeth. You all have done the city a service. For that, emissaries may enter, and the other Hell Riders may move freely through the city. But the girl who attacked my man, I cannot simply allow that to pass. She will face justice when she is found.
How about
Question.
this? We elect. Oh yeah, go ahead and ask your question.
So,
Here's
you all
the
can
question.
see that he is growing very, very testy. Be careful with how much farther you push him.
I know. All Tiberius is going to ask is there any sort of recompense that would make it that could help make that right?
He would say that she can
Goes
spend 10 days in the cells. Those of you that have been in the city would know that is the standard punishment for injuring a Flaming Fist officer. So basically,
Can I make one suggestion? If you really want to punish her, make her responsible for all the people outside. You don't want to do it, and they already know and trust her.
she ran. Even if I was to do this, we'd have to find her first.
We can find her. We're just requesting a little bit of grace.
Well,
As a member of the clergy.
At this point, the lieutenant approaches with a very large bag of gold for each of you. He says, "You've already received all the grace you're getting from the Fist. I'll be taking your badges now."
I guess next time he can clean up the city on his own.
Can I hide my badge?
You
I
don't
wanna
you
use it.
don't have to give it to them. You can say that you lost it or something along those lines. They're not going to search
Yeah.
you for them.
Yeah, I lost mine dealing with your little cult
Make a deception check.
problem. Deception. Oof, why are you making me do that? Yep. Nope.
Okay. He takes a deep breath and kind of lets it out slowly. I'm done with you lot. Keep your trinket. He turns. You see him give the order to his lieutenant. Allow the Flaming Fist, the two that were with the girl, allow them to enter the city. Allow them to purchase what they need and take it out without harassment. And then he says it very loudly. If you see the girl, arrest her on sight. He says that while looking at you all. You all are dismissed.
We need to go see our people.
Tiberius does hand over the badge.
Yeah,
And,
Bucky's not keeping his badge.
Yeah.
He's got
Looney
no
wants
interest
it because she wants to get into the freaking upper city to go find the butthead.
Yup, that's why Ferris is keeping his as a just in case.
Anna acts like she's gonna hand it over and just drops it in the dirt. Oops.
Oops.
But as soon as the other Hell Riders come in, Anna's gonna give her 350 to them.
Yeah, we need to go find Marcus and Jacob, the two Hell Riders.
Yeah, because they're gonna need it more than
Yeah.
they got a lot of mouths to feed.
Tiberius lets out the sigh of the long suffering at the various antics that have happened here.
All right.
I guess to the outer city. Go visit everyone.
We might want to hit the elf song.
Yeah, because we do have people.
People waiting for us.
We gotta get rid of all this gold first, though.
Yeah, I
You're
wanna
literally
drop
lugging around
the-
4 chests.
Okay.
Yeah, we gotta get rid of that.
Yeah.
Yep.
Or 3 chests, since the 4th one only had a crown in it. I'm assuming you didn't take the empty chest with you.
The decoy.
It's a decoy. Okay. So, Elf Song or Outer City?
I vote
Let's
outer
do outer
city.
city first. so we
Anyone
can
who went to the
distribute
elf
this,
song is
Oh.
sleeping right now.
I completely forgot something important. Mortlock. He mentioned to you before that he was going to be leaving the city. He said before you left the bathhouse, he did relay to you all. We can retroactively play out anything that you might want to say to him. But as you all were leaving the bathhouse, he said that he was going to seek out a safe place to hide until the next evening, and then he was going to be leaving the city. He did say he would let you all know that he's let you know pretty much everything that he's aware of already. But he would say that if you would like to speak to somebody with a little more knowledge of what's happening, his older brother, Amric, frequents a location known as the Low Lantern. Ferris, anyone else that spends a decent amount of time in Baldur's Gate before this would recognize that as a tavern. It's basically a sailing ship that's been converted into a tavern. It's in the lower city at one of the mid docks. He says his brother is there. He knows far more than what Mortlock does, and he also happens to be his mother's favorite. He could prove to be valuable leverage if you do intend to confront the Lamra.
That's good to know.
What was the name of that tavern again?
The Low Lantern.
Lantern.
And several of you would know its location to be there.
I would like to offer him a pouch with 10 gold in it, just so he has some money to get by and get out.
He smiles and thanks you, but says to keep your gold. He is a Van Thamper after all.
Ferris asked
fair enough.
where he plans on going.
He says he knows a safe house in the upper city where he can lay low until the following night, and then he will make his escape. Says he's heading north, maybe even as far as Neverwinter. Says he's done with this city.
I wish you Godspeed.
He says he thanks you all for showing him mercy. He knows he didn't deserve it, but he hopes to one day make up for the crimes he's committed. Y'all have anything else you wanted to say to Mortlock before he departs?
I'm just gonna hug him.
Thinking.
Thanks for all the information and for helping us with that fight. And
Be careful.
Yeah, be safe.
All right. Would depart.
Big hug.
All right. So where were we heading again? Looks like you're headed to the outer city first.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. So, once you get out there, you do see that north of the city, north of the main section of the outer city, there is a very large little tent city, a little shanty town going up. There is a good 1,000 people gathered there. As you approach, you do see a pair of Hell Riders kind of directing people around. It would be this area here. Big open area just north of the city.
Oh, okay.
Yep. So, they would look towards you and they would both raise their hands in greeting.
Yes, just right up to them, ask if they have somewhere private we could talk.
They kind of look around and say, well, there's not that many places around yet. We're working on setting up some structures. Looks around and says, do you know that's how this entire place was formed? And he gestures towards the entire outer city. Refugees from various places just show up out here. They're never allowed inside the city, so they just set up shop out here. They're actually very helpful.
Interesting. Well, hopefully this won't be a permanent addition we're building.
He nods. Hopefully. Well, I have some unfortunate news about Rhea.
Yeah, we heard. What happened?
Well, when we arrived here late last night, Rhea rode right up to the front gates and, well, you know her, she didn't so much as ask for admittance as much as demand it. And,
Yeah.
apparently one of Zoj's underlings was at the gate and didn't much like the tone she was taking and said we should turn around and head back where we came from. Rhea didn't like that. She may have drawn on him. Bit of a scuffle ensued, and what I could tell, she took out that man's eye.
Yeah, she did.
She did. It's almost as if tact helps a lot when you're dealing with someone in a position of authority in a city.
They nod, and they're like, yeah, that's why we didn't really get involved. We knew Rhea was acting a bit rash, but can you blame her? Everything she's been through?
No, not surprised. They're not the most friendly here.
No, they are not. They kind of glower at a few Flaming Fist soldiers that are sitting up on the parapets, just kind of watching and pointing and laughing at the people down below.
Well, they don't have the same... Well, the thing is, it is a mercenary sort of security force, so you can't necessarily expect the same level of professionalism.
They nod.
You're probably
I
going to
think my issue is we have mercenaries guarding a city.
Yeah.
That is what the Fist is. They are just a bunch of mercenaries who are given control of a city.
And
So-
this is why we don't come to Baldur's Gate.
So, the two kind of gesture around. They said, well, we managed to get a lot of livestock, a lot of supplies. What we really need is food.
Well,
Oh,
I
please go ahead.
think we have a solution for that.
Funk.
Exactly. If we had a private place where we could just not be like in sight of
Yeah,
everyone.
they would have taken you around to one of the bigger tents.
Perfect.
Yeah. So as you thunk the chests down, they go, by the Morning Lord, where'd you get all that?
That's maybe a question best not answered.
Yeah. Same.
Great story for another time.
Of course. We can put this to good use. Supplies,
Nothing to do
food,
with
building
trade.
materials.
We did get both of you cleared to enter the city, buy any supplies that we need, and you shouldn't have any issues with the Flaming Fist. Rhea is a different story, but we'll need to handle that differently.
They kind of nod. And, Jacob leans in, says, maybe we should, change before we head in. Don't want to spark up any unnecessary trouble.
Highly
Might be
recommend it.
best.
They nod. Say it's gonna be weird going around without uniform, but I suppose you're right.
Unfortunately, that seems to
Uniform
be.
is less important.
Yeah, what matters is taking care of these people.
They nod. We'll do what we can. Just, see Rhea. Send our regards. Last we saw,
we'll
she
find
was
her.
going... She went over one of the walls. Looks like she made her way into the upper city.
Really?
Oh boy.
Why does this not surprise me? He immediately ran for the absolute worst possible place.
I mean, it's not the worst place. We do have people to see up there.
Yeah, it's the worst place for her to be right now.
Especially if she can't keep her temper in check.
Ferris,
Yeah,
you
the
would know
lower
that the
city,
upper
she could
city is
hide.
not controlled by the Fist. It's controlled by the City Watch. A separate police force that is basically just there to keep the rich people safe. So, there wouldn't be very many
Someone else
Flaming
for her
Fist
to
up
punch.
there. Someone else for her to
Oh,
punch.
great.
Question on that:
Yeah.
would any so the Flaming Fist, for lack of better word at the moment, basically put a bounty on Rhea.
Uh-huh.
Would that translate to the City Watch?
The City Watch could not give two shits about what the Flaming Fist wants or does.
Oh, yeah, so yeah, Ferris would mention that distinction and how she might actually be safe there, and he would also question how the hell she got in there, but
This
They,
is
they
Rhea.
point at the wall.
I love these guys.
Look.
They're so helpful.
I mean, yeah,
so
they
they have a
are.
whole City Watch that missed somebody climb a wall, alright.
The only thing.
They're probably distracted by the Flaming Fist guy bawling.
My
He and I.
eye!
Yeah.
But we do need to find her.
Call is coming from inside the house.
We can't just let her loose in the upper city.
Especially with. You know.
Yep.
Yeah.
Keep the people safe.
They nod dutifully.
We're doing what we can to improve the situation. Try to get some answers.
How's everybody holding up?
Say that about as well as could be expected. They're happy to be alive, worried for their families, their homes, but
Everybody's cooperating at least?
they nod and they say, oh yeah. Elder Guard, we watch out for one another. Unlike this place.
When he scoffs, because she's in agreement, like, ugh, she can't wait to get out of Baldur's Gate.
We hate the city.
Guys,
Alright.
should we head to the elf song and check on our friend there and maybe get some rest?
I think so.
Yes, please. I have 5 hit points.
And I have 9, so Winnie would love to take a nice little nap.
I'm hurt.
We're dying.
We're dying. Good stuff. Good stuff. Okay. All right. So, with that, you all make your way back into the city. The Flaming Fist scowls at you as you come back through the gates, but no one tries to stop you. Especially
Not
dirty
even looking at
glances
them.
shot towards Bucky. Who are you still
Cannot
wearing
be
your? Are you
bothered.
still wearing your Hellrider insignia paraphernalia?
Absolutely.
Yeah, cool.
They're just jealous of your hair.
Bucky is a very loud and proud type of person.
I love that.
Yeah.
Nice.
Marcus and Jacob should be careful. Take care of the people. I'm not going to do that.
I'm a Hell Rider. I'm here. Look at my hair.
Look at my hair. Now the question
Bucky has
is,
mastered the art of the hair flip.
Oh, that's
The
perfect.
Prince Charming shakeout.
Your character card was up on the screen right when you were saying that.
Fantastic.
Yeah, perfect. All right. Okay. So... Okay. So heading through the city, there's more and more people out, and Bucky, you are getting a lot of stares. A lot of people are kind of like leaning over and whispering to one another. You see, actually, some mothers are kind of grabbing their children, pulling them back into the house. There's actually a general air of fear that you're getting from these people. Like rumors are abounding, almost like people are spreading rumors that the Hellriders might have been responsible for what happened to Elturel. Who knows where rumors like that could have started? Flaming Fist. But,
I hate the Flaming Fist so much. It's
I won't lie, Anna's given Ferris a bit of a.
oh, right, you're from here? You. All right.
Fair. Ferris is from Elturel. He just
Yeah.
likes the looser restrictions of this.
Aren't you part of the
Grimy
Flaming
town.
Fist?
Oh, no.
No. I'm an associate of them. I
just work for them.
Oh, God.
More like has worked with them in the past, right, Ferris?
Yeah, it's more of the occasional bribe to get away with, trying, because he works with a lot of the CDR underground to get some of the stuff that's harder to get in Elturel for his experiments and contraptions. And sometimes he's had some run-ins with them, and over time he's kind of developed a relationship, and he knows who to bribe and who he's cool
Oh, so
with.
you're part of the problem.
I mean, I don't do any of the thievery. I just use the place for its looser laws and restrictions on, getting illicit goods.
I don't support it. I'm just gonna take part in it.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah.
Delightful.
At least you're honest.
He's definitely a, if he sees an opportunity to take advantage without being a total scumbag, he'll do it.
Right. Draws the line at total scumbaggery, all right?
Yeah. He won't steal an item, but he will buy a stolen good.
Died
I
it,
see.
scumbag.
Just a little shady.
Just a little shady. I think that's the best way to put it. Just a little shady.
Yeah. That's what prestidigitation is for, a little grimy, clean it off.
Kind of like how...
shady, lighten it up a little bit.
Kind of like how Tavik was in the home game. Like, he was a smuggler, he worked with some shady people, did his best to avoid doing shady things himself, but, sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do.
Exactly. Ferris just wants to make cool shit.
Yeah,
And sometimes,
Winnie
it means
doesn't like
illicit
it.
material.
Ferris wants to make cool shit, and they don't allow the chemicals that he needs in Elturel, so he needed to get them elsewhere.
Yeah.
Like,
Explosion
Do you
goes
know
off in, Baldur's Gate. It's not a big deal.
Yeah, everyone pays attention if it happens in Elturel, though.
Exactly.
you know that look? You know that look your mom gives you when she's just disappointed? Like, that's the look Anna gives
It's the
you.
I'm not mad, I'm just disappointed.
Ferris would just point at the cannon and be like, this is the result of doing that stuff. You guys like my buddy the cannon now.
All right.
I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed.
Nap time.
Be better.
There's so much potential.
All right, y'all.
All right.
So you do arrive at the Elf Song.
Nappies.
When he goes in and looks for Alan.
Yeah. Alan is at the bar, making breakfast. There are several people around, including a rather exhausted-looking tiefling woman sitting at one of the tables.
When he makes her way
What about
over
Clem?
to... I think Clem went back to the upper city,
Okay.
Yeah.
right?
No, because we
Okay.
told him that
think
his
we-
driver was sent here.
No.
No,
he
you found
probably
Clem. You
cares
found
about
Clem
that?
well before you found her. What was
Yeah.
that?
One person at a time.
Yeah. What was that? What was that, Tiberius?
All what I was saying is we rescued him before we rescued his driver. We
Right.
did not know his driver was even in that.
I thought the driver was the first guy we
no.
rescued.
Mm-mm.
No, the driver was the tiefling.
Mm-mm.
The first guy we rescued was the minor noble who still has a name up there.
Would you all like a reminder of what transpired down there?
Yes, please.
Or Winnie, you seem to be on top of it. You want to let them know?
Yeah, so what's his name? Clem Drosa was a merchant, an upper city merchant who we first rescued. It was that first guy who was trying to lie to us. And then we found, what was her name? Vendetta.
Cress.
Yes, Vendetta Cress is the tiefling that we're seeing now, who's a lower city merchant who sells wine. And then the chauffeur that you guys are remembering is also of the Joso family, but he was dead in the same room as Vendetta.
That's Vendetta.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
We got this.
No
So
takers, hooray!
Hooray, indeed.
I had the right people in my mind. They were just in the wrong places.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Winnie not runs, but hobble runs
Hobbles.
over to Vendetta, seeing her at the table. You made it.
She would stand as you approach, and you all made it. I thought for sure you died down there.
It's so good that you're alive.
And she thanks you profusely for what you did. She said that another few hours down there, she likely wouldn't have made it.
We just sorry we weren't here earlier.
She says you were there when you were, and that's what's important. So... Okay. So, as you all remember, Vendetta is a wine merchant down here in the lower city. She offers you all to stop by her shop whenever you get a chance. She's gonna be staying the day. She's gonna be resting up here before heading back down to the lower city, into her area with her shop. But she says you're welcome to stop by there, and she'd be happy to give to each a bottle of Othun's finest.
Hell yeah.
All right.
Free wine.
We're drinking and napping.
Winnie's gonna get some brekkie
Yeah,
from Alan.
It was called
And-
Othun's what now?
Othun's is just the wine shop that she works at.
I am less
Sorry.
hungry and more in need of sleep.
Winnie wants some food, and is gonna take that platter of food and go straight up to our room.
Nice.
How much?
Ferris would sit at the bar and order some food and try and talk up to the bartender, see if anything happened in the city that we missed since we were pretty much gone for a whole day.
The talk is all about the refugees outside and the Hell Riders.
How about any more murders?
He would say that there was surprisingly very few last night. There was still a couple, but it definitely seems to have died down.
There's smirks and takes a sip of his whatever he's drinking with his breakfast.
Notably, the chatter is not about a wounded Flaming Fist member, but 10 murdered Flaming Fist members. The story seems to be being embellished upon by the common folk pretty heavily. And Bucky, you are receiving no shortage of side eyes as you walk around.
That's fine.
Yep. No one brave enough to go straight up to you, but you're getting quite a few side eyes from the people that are here for their breakfasts. Alan says that he's been around long enough to know a rumor when he sees one. So he's not giving you any shit. He's not giving you any problems. He's still serving you normally and all that good
Oh,
stuff.
there's good people in this city.
Well, Ellen, should anyone decide to ask you about the guest you have who is a Hell Rider, you might want to mention that he played a vital role as far as removing removing at least one part of this cult that has been killing people in the city.
He says that he'll be sure to do that.
And Tiberius will drop where to put it at? He'll drop gold pieces there on the counter for that, and take his food and probably head up with Anna to their room.
Okay. He gives a nod. He glances over to Bucky, and Bucky, he gives you a little bit of a nod, just an acknowledging.
I appreciate that there are good people in the city.
Yeah, Ferris will also drop a couple gold pieces as a payment for his food and tip for watching out for our buddy.
All right.
Tiberius has just figured if they're spreading rumors, might as well send a little bit. Might as well send some other stuff out too.
From zero to hero.
Okay.
Just like that.
They'll see when we start doing some good in the city.
All right. You can all go ahead and take your long rest.
Oh, thank you.
Thank the
One
Lord.
fight, and we're ready for another long rest.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were.
Technically, this is your first long rest since before going to the bathhouse in the first place. So.
Yeah.
Technically.
I just mean, like, we were in really rough shape.
Yeah.
They were real glass cannons. Like, they were easy to kill, but holy crap, did they do some damage.
It was just that one inflict
I
wound
love
on me
you,
that
hit
really
points.
hurt.
Okay, and if we took a long rest, yeah, okay.
So what's our plan of attack from here?
Well,
So that would put it right around probably 6 p.m. at this point. Evening is fast approaching. You all have turned nocturnal, apparently. Sleep in the day, carouse at night.
I mean,
Well,
could be a good time to go to the Low Lantern. Might have good chances of finding.
yeah, it seems like our
Alert.
two options are either that or go into the upper city in the morning.
Sorry, I'm not stabbing anybody.
We'll be stabbing.
It was an accident.
Alan, no!
I imagine
no,
her
just gonna
sleeping.
blame me.
I imagine her
Tiberius-
like sleeping with the dagger in her hand, and that's just a roll to make sure she doesn't like hurt herself.
no, Tiberius woke her up and she tried to stab him.
I'm sure it's not the first time.
Nope.
No.
Really good at blocking.
Poor mattress probably has so many stab wounds in it.
Oh no.
Oh God, do you think she'd be able to sleep on a straw mattress like everyone else?
Huh? I would assume not.
I mean, you could flame off,
Would she though?
right? I would think for maybe for when sleeping, maybe.
Okay,
Maybe?
but if she has one dream that goes anywhere near wrong, that whole room's going in a blaze. We've seen how she is when she gets mad.
You wouldn't let me when I'm
Things
angry.
we've never considered.
Tiberius apparently likes living dangerous.
I feel like when they had their house built or whatever, they just had that green treat stuff that they put on wood to make it flame retardant and just sprayed everything.
Love it. This pleases me. Thank you guys.
This pleases me.
So are we gonna go
Alright.
abduct this guy
No
from the
lantern.
whole lantern?
Oh God.
I say we get him drunk and have him spill all the beans.
Kidnapping. The secret ingredient is crime.
I'm just skeptical that he's gonna actually tell us anything.
Well, part of it is we also see if he is talking with anyone or anything of that nature to see what our next step should be.
Let's keep
This
that
is a
rose
hell of
nearby.
Yeah, we're bringing the rose. I say we get him drunk and basically kidnap him in the bar, because, but with alcohol. He's more likely to spill all the beans and everything. And he's not going to think he's kidnapped because he's just sitting in a bar getting drunk.
Okay.
Here has to have good persuasion, right? I mean,
I got some good, I'm not, proficient in it, but I've got some charisma.
Don't let
Bucky's
Winnie
actually
do any more
Alright.
talking.
Almost got
I
y'all
know.
arrested.
Probably pretty good.
I got a +2 to all my charisma stuff, so...
Yeah, she will
Oh.
100% get us
Hi.
arrested at this point. She does not like
Bucky.
anyone in this city.
Bucky can be a smooth talker.
all right, that's okay. We got some faces. Okay.
Yeah, Ferris talks, and Bucky swooshes his hair, and...
Yeah, exactly.
Winnie
Then he
just stares
talks.
menacingly from the back.
Oh,
My
Though-
+2 might be okay.
I hate to say it. If we're doing this, I should probably not be dressed like a Hellrider.
Probably not.
I hate that.
It doesn't make you any less of a Hellrider, Bucky. It just
I'm just off duty. It's okay. I'm just off duty.
just off duty.
Well, you can probably keep the armor on. We just put a cloak over you or something.
Yeah. Yeah.
Then it'll feel less like you're hiding it and more like you're just chilling in a cloak.
Chilling in a cloak chilling.
Great.
So yeah,
Cloak
we will dress
villain.
down for this trip to the Low Lantern.
Oh, and since we did a long rest, now that I can afford it, I am going to, you know what, I'm going to keep Bucky's shield thing for his infusion. I am going to...
Oh, is it back to Bucky now?
Yeah.
I thought we did last time. I thought that's what we did last time.
I thought
Well,
you did
every day it'll go to whoever
Yeah.
feels like they're going to need it more. It's going to go to one of them too. But I'm going to undo the infusion on my staff and make a homunculus.
Nice.
Oh.
And I believe that's pretty much just up all the time unless it dies or something, right?
I think so.
I think so as well.
Throw that
Yeah.
there just in case. But anyway, so I just deduct 100 gold from my total.
Okay. So, are you all heading from the Elf Song to the Low Lantern after your rests and all of that good stuff?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so it is now evening. The smell of docks and seawater begins to reach you all. The Chiantar River flowing directly down. There is no shortage of people out and about. And you eventually do find yourselves approaching the Low Lantern. A few of you have probably been to this establishment a couple of times before. It is relatively well known in the city. It is a sailing vessel that has been reconstructed and turned into a tavern. So fog kind of begins to obscure the area. Sun finally setting the rest of the way, giving way to darkness. And you can see the tall masts kind of creaking as the bulk of the ship comes into view. The converted ship has rigging but no sails, and it's anchored to the wharf by thick chains. There is a wooden staircase climbing from the wharf's edge to the main deck. So... Right. Are you all ready to head in?
Yes.
Yes.
Let's do a quick walk around outside with the rose.
Yeah, I think
Does it
we
have
would
to
do
be
that,
approaching
and
somebody?
I don't know what the range on that rose specifically was, like how close you had to get.
Hold on. Did we keep the porcelain mask and the agates?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay.
We gave
We
them
can
the
assume
money
that you've
kept.
sold those on your way here if you'd like. Unless you'd like to keep them. Either way's fine.
That would be how much if we sold it right now? 10 gold pieces, so 125 gold?
124.
24. As on as keeping the crown.
I could take the 24, and then the rest of you guys could take 25.
Why not? Well, 100.
24.8 each. So 24 gold and 8 silver each.
I'm not saying this just because I do think we should keep it, but I don't think letting anyone else have it would be a good idea.
The crown you're
No, I
keeping.
don't disagree. I'm just saying.
Okay.
Agreeing.
Yes, Anna still has it, and if anyone even, like, mentioned selling it, she'd be, like, clutching it to her chest, like, excuse you.
Yeah, I think
No,
that
I
gives us
agree
more
that
of a bargaining chip if the dragon people ever come back to us anyway. It's better that we
Look, a
keep
distraction.
Okay, so 124 gold. That'd be. Yeah,
It. Yeah, I'll just
25 for everyone. Okay, 24. So okay.
just makes it easy that way. And you guys shared a lot of gold with me earlier in the game, so I'm perfectly fine with losing out on 1 gold.
All right.
Nice. This is the most gold Winnie's ever had in her life.
Nice.
Right.
She's
Suddenly
like,
rich.
what do I do with 400 gold?
Buy a
You buy a
broom
Bucky
of
some plate
fire.
armor.
No. That money is going to Sestra and Colton's education.
So just throwing it out there. You all still haven't been to the Wide, the massive open air market with hundreds and hundreds of vendors of various different types and varieties. So
Exactly.
Get there
Good
eventually.
We'll get there soon.
so there will be an opportunity to spend that gold, don't worry.
I'm just happy to have my homunculus servant now.
Right.
Oh, which, by the way, is in the shape of... so remember how I was describing those Tesseract arms? Imagine that style of mechanicalnessism, but in the shape of like a raven.
Nice.
Ooh.
I like.
Very cool.
And I imagine he will be a awesome scout.
All right. So, approaching the ship, everybody.
Yes.
A lantern at the bow casts an eerie green glow to signify that the tavern is open for business. You can begin to hear movement and a bit of a rough and tumble crowd inside. And as you all approach and begin making your way up onto the deck, the main deck of the ship features wooden steps that climb to the forecastle. You can begin to hear people inside. There's a padlocked wooden hatch fitted with windows. It's a skylight for the deck below. You can see people wandering around down there. It's just a regular old tavern, people drinking. You see a woman walk by with a crab kind of just resting on her shoulder. She carries a drink across the way as you go. She has a tray. You can see quite a bit going on down there through these glass panels. And as you pass, you notice that the deck is littered with dead seagulls. Several of them just lying around on the deck of the ship.
That's weird. Even for this place, that's weird.
A crow caws angrily at you from high in the rigging.
Raven caws back.
They kind of
Do
stop.
we know what this guy looks like?
So y'all heading in? You're on the deck of the ship currently, with all the dead seagulls and the crows.
Does it look like... Can we tell what killed them?
You can certainly make a medicine check.
Oh boy. I'm certain.
Is anybody like acting weird about this?
There's nobody on the deck. Everyone's downstairs.
Ah.
You're the only ones currently on the deck.
Eh.
With an 11, Anna, you see strange wounds on them. It's hard to identify exactly what killed them, but they were definitely killed. They didn't just drop out of the sky. They each bear wounds.
I hate this place.
Well,
Yeah.
if you guys want, I could send the homunculus in to scout it out and see what's going on
Inside
in
the
there.
crowded bar?
Why not? I mean, it's a bird. It can fly. It's in their rafters.
Do you see what happened to these birds?
Ferris would want to say, well, he's made of metal, but he kind of just... Yeah. Good call.
Yeah. You just made him. We don't want something happening right away.
Yeah. I got excited. Wanted
He'll
to
come
try
in
to
use
get away.
soon, though.
Oh, yeah. Well, you guys want to go in?
Yeah, let's go in, see what's going on here.
Okay. So, as you all head downstairs, it's a lively tavern, music playing, people drinking, and as you all enter in, the woman that you saw pass in front of you, or underneath you, I should say, from the skylight, calls out. She says, "Well met! My name's Lorelra Thunrith, but folks around here call me the captain. If you're thirsting for a beverage or looking for a place to gamble, you've come to the right place, but watch your step, it can get a bit messy around here. Can I get you all anything?"
Yeah, we could go for a round. Can I ask you, what's with the birds up on your deck?
She says, I have no idea. There's always at least a few of them up there just dead on the deck. We think something must be hunting around nearby or something, or somebody's been shooting them. I don't know. We never see any crossbow bolts or anything. It's the weirdest thing.
That's strange. Well, yeah, we'll take a round. Start off.
Absolutely.
Settle in.
So up here on the top deck, there's a lot of people around. There's a Duergar in one corner, kind of just hunched over, kind of paranoidly looking around, and whenever everyone crosses close to him, he kind of pulls his beard close to himself and just glowers at whoever passes by him. There's a few humans around. A sailor that's obviously very drunk, talking about the Golden Gull and how he's soon to be the newest addition to the Erlentree Patriarch family. He's very drunk. A couple other people just hanging out, talking. There's a pair of drow. They appear to be twins, identical twins. They're sitting in the back corner. They seem to be looking at everything with just like wonder and curiosity. Every now and then they shoot a suspicious glance over towards the Duergar in the corner, but yeah. There's also a halfling. She's wearing spectacles, and she's kind of hunched over one of the tables. She's got several empty bottles next to her, but she seems to be drawing. Do y'all sit down at a table, or are you kind of just like standing around the bar? What are you doing?
I think we can grab a table.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sit and watch for a little bit.
All right.
Now, do we know what this guy looks like?
Negative.
All right.
Well, we can imagine that it's safe to assume that one, he is probably the rest of them are human, right? His brother.
Yeah.
God, I can never remember his name.
Mortlock.
Yeah, Mortlock. Sounds like a Mortal Kombat character.
Nah.
Okay, so we know that he's probably more than likely a human. He might even look somewhat like him.
God, I hope
They're
not.
brothers.
Lorena approaches and brings you a tray. Five mugs on it. There's a little crab up at the top sitting on her shoulder. After she hands you the beers, and she just says, "Let me know if there's anything else I can get for you all." And she tears a little piece of bread off and feeds it to her crab on her shoulder.
I don't even want to ask.
While you're here, and Ferris gives her a gold piece as payment for the round.
It looks like she sleight of hands it away. It vanishes in her hand. Raises an
Alright.
eyebrow.
we're looking for somebody. Is there a
Before you finish, he's like, Emmerich downstairs. He is currently accepting visitors.
Who?
Emmerich?
Emmer?
He rents out the entire second level for his money lending business. I'm assuming that's who you're asking for. Everyone else is up here.
Yeah, thank you. Looks at the rest of the party. One shrugging his shoulders.
You're so good at this.
I'm so good at this.
Well,
So, do we just
Okay,
go
we're going down.
downstairs?
Just
I
tell
mean,
her
we
thank
could
you, I
maybe
guess.
ask around a little bit. See
Before
if
we
anyone
go
else has got some
down,
opinions.
Winnie's gonna kind of elbow Ferris and be like, "Can you check the rose?
Ooh.
Make sure."
Yeah, Ferris pulls out of his pocket the rose, and he doesn't like
Maybe
hold
be
it
a little
out for
discreet
everybody to
about
see. Yeah, he's kind of
Yeah,
like
I was about to say.
he's like kind of like palming it and then pulling it up kind of like close to his chest, and then with his other hand like cupping it and just kind of, cupping it to where he's looking down and you can't. Nobody else would be able to really see it
Okay, stand by.
unless it's like that bright. Then oof, we got a
No,
problem.
it's a soft light. It's a soft orange glow. So you're trying to be sneaky about it. Go ahead and make either a sleight of hand or stealth. Either way's fine.
Can I assist in the sleight of hand because I am proficient?
How would you do so?
I would kind of be like leaning on him, kind of like resting, like looking like I'm resting on a friend to kind of block.
Kind of body blocking.
Yeah, like body blocking.
So you make your way through the first deck of the ship, keeping the rose close to yourself. It does not glow at all while you're around. As you all get to one end of the deck and kind of turn around, Lorela is standing right there with her arms crossed. And she kind of looks you over. She beat your 17. She kind of looks you over. She says, "You better be very careful who sees that. You do not need to worry. I wouldn't allow that scum in here." And you see her eyes kind of crackle with electricity.
Oh, we like her.
Yeah.
All right. Ferris quickly puts it away.
Winnie nods her head.
She says, "Be careful with Amric. I suffer him because I must. His presence here. Let's just say if he didn't own half the docks, he wouldn't be here."
I take it you've had a couple bad run-ins then.
He takes advantage of those who are in their most desperate times. And as she says that, you see a person who's obviously run down. He's filthy, his clothes look all torn up, he's obviously been through it, and he's clutching a small bag of coins to his chest as he kind of walks out, his eyes he's obviously very down on his luck.
This guy's a loan shark.
She
Yeah.
nods.
I literally just wrote that down as he was describing that, and you said loan shark, and I was like, cool, we're all on the same page.
Yeah. God, I hate this city.
That is
Don't
the
worry.
consensus.
That is the consensus. All right.
I already don't like him from what you've told us, and we'll make sure we can deal with him for you.
Okay. So you're heading downstairs?
Yes.
Yes. I think I might try to keep an eye on the people on that first floor, see if anyone's paying attention to us as we're going down.
Make a perception check.
Just to see if there's somebody up there who's keeping tabs on who's visiting.
Stand by. There is a man standing near the bar with his arms crossed, and he's just glowering at you guys. Like he's trying to look tough. He's got a big old cudgel hanging from his side.
Just a mwah. We're going downstairs.
When he doesn't pay
Tiberius,
any attention.
Yeah.
Tiberius is giving him one of the pieces of chocolate that he had purchased.
Tiberius, you walk up to the glowering man and give him a piece of chocolate?
Yep, why not? Here you go, you look cranky. You may need some food.
He looks confused.
You when you're hungry.
Thank you. He's just looking back. He's looking at the chocolate in his hand, looking back at you like.
It's hard being on guard duty. I know times I've wanted a little snack. If you want.
Don't get up to anything down there.
I don't plan to. I do my best to try to stay out of trouble.
He eats
But
the chocolate.
that being said, I do always like being prepared just in case it does find me.
Did this man just say he likes to stay out of trouble? Love it. Your wife is on fire.
I guess his pants match
Like
them.
he said, like he says, it just finds him.
All right. So, leaving one very confused bouncer behind you, you all head downstairs. The lower level has been converted into a large lounge area. There are 4 armed and armored men kind of standing around looking menacing. They all kind of give you the same glower that the guy upstairs did as you walk down there. At the northern end, you see a man in his early 30s or so. Black hair, slicked back. You can see the grease from here he uses to kind of keep it pulled back. His feet are up on a table. He kind of eyes the room. But all of your eyes instantly go towards the large purple creature that is sitting on the back of his couch. Spines curve away from it. You see it clutches a tiny little pitchfork in its hands. I say tiny, it's probably about 3 feet long, but kind of looks at you, tilts its head to the side. Those of you proficient with the religion would recognize this creature as a fiend. It's not uncommon for people to have these types of creatures bound to them. Various people use them as familiars, others have made deals to have them as bodyguards and whatnot. It's not completely unheard of. But you do see this perched atop the back of his chair.
Oh, that's lovely.
Wow.
Interesting.
Amric says, "Welcome, friends! How much are you looking to borrow today?" And we pick up here next week.
Oh, good. That gives us